On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, but don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on what you think everything is going on. First things first, Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Arsenal have made contact with Darwin Nunez, and Edu has made contact with him. Also, Patrick Vieira has been inducted to the Premier League Hall of Fame. Big up to him. Paul Pogba has been linked to Arsenal today. We're going to get into that. Bukayo Saka's contract talks have increased, and apparently he will be receiving close to 125k or 120k, and I think he's worth every single penny. Also, former Liverpool player has linked Martinelli to Liverpool. Nothing of it. Mikel Arteta's shortlist for strikers. You have Victor Osimhen, who's recently been spoken about a lot, and you have Jovic, who's also been spoken about a lot. Current Real Madrid flop. Also, Ian Wright has spoken about how Arsenal might have made a mistake in not getting Tammy Abraham. All this plus more. Let's get started on today's show. Bang! What's going on, people? It's the Kitty G, and we're back again with another video. Let me get this thing out of the way. Bang, bang, bang! I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's get this show started. Yo, how you doing, Dylan?
Good, bro. Good, bro. How you, man?
I'm kicking it, man. You know what? There's nowhere else to begin but Fabrizio Romano and talking about Darwin Nunez. Am I wrong?
Hit me with it. You're the stats man. So
there you go. So today we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna first go through the tweet, see what Fabrizio said, see what it actually entailed. Then from there, we're gonna go into more of what Darwin Nunez is about, who he is as a player, get to know him a little bit more as a player. And then from there, we're going to have to then analyze if we want a player like that or not, right? And then from there, we're going to look at all the other striker options and then keep it moving. But first things first, Darwin Nunez. If you guys don't know, Fabrizio Romano spilled the beans a little bit on the whole Darwin Nunez situation. He mentioned that Arsenal are in talks with Darwin Nunez. Arsenal have started preliminary talks with him. Edu has met with Darwin Nunez, and it looks like that is going to be happening. Also, it's not like it's done or anything. It's just Edu has met with Darwin Nunez, and that is exciting in itself. Don't you agree?
The fact it is, yeah. Well, if we're starting conversations already, that's what we want to do. So,
yeah, if this kind of stuff can get done quick, that is amazing.
Well, can you imagine finishing the season and already knowing that we've already got someone in place to come in straight away, and then it's just one less pressure through the actual 3-month period. So
110%. And you know something? A lot of people, this is what exactly was said. Arsenal had contacted Darwin Nunez's representatives in January, and the club are going to go for him in the summer, most likely. Right. So if people don't know who Darwin Nunez is and they don't know anything about the player, I'll give you guys more information in a second. But just to let you know, 2 days ago is when Fabrizio Romano reported this. Right. I don't know if it came off of an article or anything, but he said there is one big issue with Darwin Nunez. They did not want to sell him in January, obviously. They're still currently in the Champions League, and they don't want him to be distracted. So at this moment in time, they might not actually be getting anything done, but reportedly that West Ham were after him, and they're willing to spend 40 million. So we know he's worth 40 million. We know West Ham are after him. We know which club he plays for. He plays for Benfica. Let me show you guys a little bit of statistics. If it's not clear, I apologize. But in 30 appearances, he's gotten 25 goals. He has 2 assists. You can see his pass accuracy, 65%. But the main thing we're looking at is his market value. It says 32 million, but we know it's going to cost around 40 million, right? Also, here's some of his strengths, weaknesses, and everything else. They compare him to the likes of Broja and Patrick Schick, but a lot of people compare him to Edison Cavani, with him being a Uruguayan, Edison Cavani also being Uruguayan. They say his pace, his physicality, his determination, his strength, his aerial duels. He's 6'2", guys. Don't forget, this is a 6'2" pacey striker. This is of the mold of what we want. He almost has everything, but there's a couple weaknesses. His concentration is a weakness, and his awareness is a weakness also. So those are weaknesses that he has in his game. Now, let's bring it back for a second. What do we know about Darwin Nunez? I've told you guys his age. I've told you he's only played for 3 clubs in his career. As you can see, he currently plays for Benfica. He's 22 years old, left-footed. He can play on the right wing and he can play as a striker. 6'2", and they compare him to a younger Edison Cavani. Now, after watching him play, I'm not gonna lie, he can link up play and he can do the traditional striker role. He has both in one, and he has the pace and power to do what we want him to do if we need to change formations. He does also offer you a plan B with his height and his aerial ability. So I'm just gonna put all this stuff out there for you guys to sink in, let it sink in. Tell me what you think. Around 40 million. This is like, you know how they said Vlahovic was Haaland 2.0?
Yeah.
This guy is actually supposedly better than Vlahovic. Statistically, I seen somewhere where they're saying they were comparing the two, and it looks like he might be better in goals. He might be better he might be better in assists. He might be better in every statistical category to Vlahovic, and that to me was surprising because I thought Vlahovic was like this big deal. Vlahovic was 2.0.
It also the caliber of leagues is a huge difference as well. You know.
But he's doing it in the Champions League. He did it against Barcelona and knocked them out.
Yeah, but that was a shitty Barcelona team. Even Tottenham could have been that Barcelona team.
Okay, let's just look at the quick comparison to Vlahovic, because we all know we wanted Vlahovic. We all were looking at Vlahovic. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he was my number one target. You know that, yeah.
Okay, so as you can see there, let me just zoom it in from here. If this makes it any clearer for you guys.
Fuck, I wish we got Dusan, honestly.
So goals, they're about the same. Non-penalty goals. The green, as you can tell, is Darwin Nunez. Non-penalty goals, Darwin Nunez. Non-penalty XG on target, Darwin Nunez. Expected assists, chances created, passes into opponent's box, take-ons, touches in opposition box, and shots attempted. Basically every single category except for aerial duels won. Vlahovic, he is superior to Vlahovic.
I understand that. I try not to look too much at stats too much. Like, with Dusan, he was watching him a lot and seeing what he can do on the field. That really attracted me to like him. Obviously, like stats wise, he was great as well. But I think league comparison obviously is a big thing as well. City A is like obviously top 5 leagues. This one isn't. Look, if you can secure a striker, 22, he's still young. If they're saying his only weakness is offsides, offsides can be fixed in training. That's not hard. It's not really a weakness. That's just discipline. And once you instill discipline, it's easy. But you're a striker. You expect him to run off the ball. So if he gets offside, it gets offside. It happens sometimes. But look, I think we need 2 strikers personally. I saw Noah in the comments say, get a Darwin and then a João Felix. Whether Arsenal have the funds to facilitate 2 big transfers like that is another story. I think João Felix for me would be fantastic. He's proven himself as well. And obviously, he came from Benfica as well, didn't he? So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
João Felix, definitely, yeah. He did come from Benfica. This is basically you're getting the guy before he costs 100 million. If you're getting him now, you're getting him before he costs a ridiculous price tag.
Yeah,
But
look, I think it is a risk as well. So
you had
every
some
transfer is a risk.
concerns. 1 second, there's something happening in the kitchen. You had some concerns. Tell me what your concerns were as I put up the graphic. 1 second. So just talk to me about it.
Look, chat. If Egal has any, probably maybe post it in the comments later. He sent me like a 10-minute video clip, and looking at him, he sort of looked a little bit, I guess, like a clumsy sort of player. I don't know if that comes from his height, being a 6'2" player. I know he's got pace as well, and there was a lot of attributes coming from the left-hand wing as well. Do we foresee Darwin starting over like a Martinelli? I'm not too sure on that one. I think that Arsenal should be going for an out-and-out striker personally. I think it's a good, if you can play both. But for me, it's about the out-and-out striker. I know he's got that right left wing ability as well. And the highlights showed a lot of him on the left. But I definitely think we need an out-and-out striker. And look, I think, like I said to you in the messages ago, if you're going to take a chance on a 30, 35 mil player, to me, that's not really a risk. You know, we've been stuck with friggin' Xhaka for 35 million and Mustafi for 35 million. We've done a lot worse. And, you know, we've spent big bucks on a Pepe for 72. So even your big money signings can be flops. And we've seen that, you know, with clubs like United and Chelsea and whatever. So 30 mil, if the goals are there, he's young, got the attributes and the work rate like we need. I think it's worth taking a risk. And if we can secure it before the season even starts, like before the window even opens, you know, like what Liverpool did with Konate, like the deal was there and it's just day one it opened, just boom, signature, jersey, he's here. Then I'm all for it. It takes stress off in the
Do
window.
you trust Edu to get the best deal?
Well, Edu's the one that did find Martinelli. So
this is what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah, like look, yeah, like Edu found Martinelli. He has found talents and players as well, but as you know, he's also brought in dickheads like Willian. So there's a bit of mistrust there with both the manager and Edu as well. So look, last season the signings that he brought in were good, but whether he learnt from his mistakes, and then obviously we've had the window that we did. It's obviously time will tell that. So if they keep doing what they're doing and they try go the way of picking a talent where the fee isn't crazy, then I'm all for that to happen, because I think if you're a big club and don't have the big money, you can still do that. And I've always said that the best players don't have to cost the biggest amounts of money. They don't have to.
Okay. Guys, do me a favor. Every single one of you guys in the chat right now, put an emoji in, say good morning, do what you got to do. I'm going to go through the comments in a second. But first things first, like the goddamn video. It's absolutely free. And every time you guys like the video, what happens is on the playback, more and more people get to see the video, because when it's live, the more people who like it, it gets pushed out to people after it's live. And that really does help the channel and helps me grow. And it really does help me put out more content for you guys. You got Dylan. You got someone who agrees with you here. You got someone who agrees with you,
Daniel. Finally, it's taken me 1 million streams with a goal. Someone agrees with me.
Yeah, Dominic says sounds good. He's better than Lacazette. Take him. I'm tired.
Hey, bro, anyone's better than Lacazette.
I would get Darwin. Sounds good. Like Nunez. Like Joao Felix also would be perfect. Okay, I think there's been a bit of a bandwagon on him. Interesting, Abs. I like that take. It might be a situation where everyone's just talking about him and he's a new hot take. Because I
think like if you look in the market currently, you can't really see that, like, unless you look at a Haaland and Mbappe, there's no one really that sticks out like a Dusan or whatever. I think that the Isak hype is gone because he clearly has proven it's a one season thing, unless he changes things around next season. To me, I never wanted that transfer anyway, but I think, just spending smart and finding the quality in what you spend, I think is a lot better.
How do you like the video? Well, thank you for asking. This is all you have to do. I'm going to show you.
You're going to play a little tutorial?
Yeah, I'm going to do a little YouTube tutorial on how to like the goddamn video. So when you're there, this is where you go and you click like. That's all you got to do. You click like. You see the like button? You click the like button right there. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, I feel like people have jumped on his name. I hear you, man. I hear you. Lautaro Martinez, I'm telling you, you've watched him he's even better. What?
I think Lautaro needs a partner though. I think he's very much like a dual striker.
Confused. Am I reading this properly? He's saying Lautaro Martinez. I'm telling you, watch him get.
He's saying like watch Martinez get even better, like as a striker.
There you go.
Like Lautaro Martinez. What's he only 23, 24?
Martinez has that it factor. But let's talk about the next part of the video. If you guys don't know, there's a lot of parts to this video where we're going to be discussing different players in different situations. But since we're talking about Darwin Nunez right now, if you don't know, Mikel Arteta and the boys have a plan. They have a plan. And it seems like their plan is to have a long laundry list of strikers and different options. So we're going to go through them right now. We're going to go through all the different options that could be possibilities. And here are some of them on the wall, on the board right now. There you go. So before we go any further, let me check the timestamp. 13:40. Boom. Talk to me.
14:45, you mean?
14:45. Okay, talk to me. What are you saying, Dylan?
Look, like I said,
who do you immediately look at and say, you know what, cross them off the list? You don't want to go anywhere near. And who
I
do you
know.
look at and say, you know what, this person's worth a shout?
Okay, so there'll be a couple I definitely cross off the list for me. Isak, I think that's a very much a hype player right now, and he's sort of proven that theory with the season that he's had. 4 goals in 24 matches or whatever. So not good enough. If Abba can go there and he was wasted here, I don't think Isak's going to come here and spit up the world. Who else is there? Dominic Calvert-Lewin for me. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's got the talent, but the injury-prone stuff, it's just I don't want to get stuck in that cycle again. Arsenal and injuries, I just can't handle that. Broja, I think's more of a risk take. Young Chelsea, and will Chelsea let him go? Who else did you have there? You had Nunez, I said.
Let's go through it like this. So there's these
Okay.
three first. So from these three, which one would you say you would take? On the board, if you guys can't see on TikTok, what we have on the board is Broja, Isak, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Broja, and Isak, who would you guys say no to? Who would you say yes to?
See, you got to think of also, I think price factors in that decision as well. So Isak is going to be 75 plus, big no. Even if he was 40, I still wouldn't take the risk. Calvert-Lewin, if you got him for 35, you could take a chance on it and then just hope that he stops getting injuries. And Broja's just obviously first sort of season coming into it now. So I think, honestly, all three of those guys are a real risk, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I just think they're a big risk. I think Isak hasn't had a great season. Calvert-Lewin, when he plays, he does well, but he gets obviously injured all the time. And Broja's doing well, but is he that striker to take us to the next level? And that's what we want. We don't want the step up. We want the guy to actually take us there.
Yeah. So people in the comment section are saying Broja or Isak. You got no to all three. Some people are saying that Isak,
I would say no to all three as well.
Isak is getting disrespected. Is saying Abs. Broja is not a strike. What? Broja is not a striker. Okay.
What's he more of a 10?
Interesting take.
Or a winger?
Personally, I don't think Broja would ever join Arsenal. I don't say no to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but at the same time, he's not my first choice. Isak, I was all over him in the January.
I know you were.
I wanted this guy so bad. So out of those three, I would have to go with him. Right? Now, moving on.
You think of that money, bro. It's crazy.
Now moving on to the next three. The next three we're going to talk about here. On the picture, we have Jonathan David all the way on the right. In the middle, we have Victor Osimhen. And all the way to the left, you have Darwin Nunez. Now, these three are a lot more ambitious.
Yeah, I think these three are the top three out of those 6 candidates for sure.
Actually, Jonathan David, I don't think he's the most ambitious. I just think he's performing the best. I think these three are the best performers on the pitch.
Good young international striker.
So, would you take Jonathan David? Guys, thumbs up or thumbs down in the comment section right now. Let me know. Would you take Jonathan David? Jonathan David, Canadian, playing in Ligue 1 over there for Lille.
Performing. How many goals he got this season?
He has, I think, almost 20 goals.
Really? That's actually fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan.
He's doing really well. I know he does great for Canada. Well, you obviously know that.
Yeah. We're playing tomorrow.
Yeah. So, look, I think he's a good striker. Whether he'll be number one, and look, for me coming into the transfer window, I think Arsenal need 2 strikers, and that's just my opinion. I think we need 2, not just 1.
Sorry, he has 13 goals in the league, and he has 3 goals in the Champions League, 1 in the French Cup. Overall, has a total 18. Has a total of 17 goals.
Yeah, maybe 17 goals, a few assists, I'm sure. It's different. That's it's pretty good. Osimhen's a great striker as well. I love the way that man can finish. I think he's very clinical. When he gets a chance, he can slot a bottom corner across goals and stuff. I really like the way he finishes.
Victor Osimhen is not lethal though.
I like him. I like him as a striker. He's
not lethal in my opinion as a striker. Victor Osimhen is more.
To me, he's better than Isak, 100%.
But he's not lethal. He doesn't put up ridiculous numbers.
Neither does Isak. He's on 4 goals.
Okay. I hear that.
Look, out of those, obviously statistically, Núñez is the best striker out of those. Okay.
Núñez,
and if he's going to be the best price, then that's probably an option. But like I said, 2 strikers is what we need.
There you go. People are asking for Patrick.
Patrick Schick.
What are you saying about Patrick Schick?
Nah, not for me.
So it's a no for Patrick Schick.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. And then I got
remember, we need a Champions League level striker. We didn't even have that when we were in the Champions League.
What about Gabriel Jesus?
I can see how that could work, to be honest. I saw someone talk about that a few weeks back, and I can see how that could work. You know, obviously he worked with Mikel and understands the type of play and system that he wants to play in.
Do you think we can bridge the gap between Man City by taking their rejects? Aren't you worried about that?
To be honest, Man City bridged the gap by taking our players.
That's true.
Didn't they? They took all our players. Bakary Sagna, Clichy,
They took like
Nasri.
They took our best players in certain positions.
How many goals does Jesus score?
Gabriel Jesus doesn't score much goals, but the thing is, he offers you versatility. He's not like, if you buy Gabriel Jesus, you go and get a Darwin Nunez and a Jesus. You bring.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want 2. That's what I'm saying. If you go and get Nunez and Jesus, then it's okay, and then you've got a Balogun as your 3rd striker, and that's how we should line up.
So you're saying bring 2 strikers in instead of
we
one?
need 2 strikers, 100%. And if you're telling me Nunez is 6'2", then that gives us 2 different styles of players. Then, like, if Nunez isn't scoring from like headers or whatever he does, you got a different type of player that can press forward. Because right now we got nothing, bro. Like,
yeah, big up Abs Gunner in the house, my guy, all the way from TikTok. No Jesus. Yo, people, do me a favor, hit that like button. It's absolutely free. Hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. Do it. Yes, as you can see, every time you hit the like button, more and more people pop up out of nowhere. Now, before we go any further, bring in an orthodox 2 strikers, or bring in 1 versatile striker and then 1 versatile winger. What are you saying? 2 strikers.
Chat, what do you reckon? Look, I think Arsenal need 2 strikers. I think we always struggled over the years with just having 1 striker, and I think you need a second option or a different style of play. Like, if you've got that high pace, high intensity striker, bring someone on that you can loft the ball into, and he can maybe score a header or switch things up, or just someone a little bit different that still fits the system. So, like you said, like if you went like a Nunez to start and then maybe a Jesus or something, or, you know, I love João Felix. I think he would be sensational. Whether you can get him for the price is a different story. But if you went João Felix and then someone else, that'd be amazing. So, but I think 100% we need 2 strikers. We need 2.
Listen, if we're going to talk about Felix, we're going to talk about Felix another time. Because at this moment in time, it seems like a pipe dream. It doesn't seem realistic. But you know what? As the summer comes back, it could become a thing again. It could become a thing again. You know what I mean? Today we're linked to Haaland. Haaland asked Odegaard advice on his transfers.
Hey, bro, you don't need to tell me. I've been telling you about Haaland coming to Arsenal for ages.
So, bro, I know how unrealistic it is. I know
it's not unrealistic, bro. It's not.
I know how unrealistic it is, but
it's not unrealistic.
Talk to me about Haaland, man. Is it even possible? Is it a pipe dream? Am I getting excited for no reason? Talk to me. Is Haaland even?
Look, okay. Listen here. You do get excited really early. Like, you were the one telling me that bloody Dusan Vlahovic was 90%, and I said calm it down, and that was my guy. So, look, Haaland, and like I said to you, like, look, Haaland, Mbappe, things like that, they're the best strikers in the world, and yes, they should be going to clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, possibly like a Bayern Munich and stuff, or Man City and stuff. So naturally, yes, people think that Haaland should be going to Man City, but you know, if these quotes that are coming out about Haaland, you know, he's chasing the project, the system, and you know that all those things and factors are going for him. We're in the Champions League, you know, we're a young, ambitious club, and like if you go to him and not like you did 3 years ago with Willian and say we're going to win the Champions League in 3 years, but if you seriously had something in place and you're showing progression as a football club, and it's not like we're a small club, we're not coming to you from Tottenham or Everton. This is Arsenal. We are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yes, we have been shocking for over a decade, but we are one of the biggest clubs in the world. We've had the best players in the world play for this football club. all at a minimum, we should be at least having a conversation. We might not get the guy, but have the conversation and sit down and say, this is what we can offer you. And that's all I
Let me
ask.
show you what the article says. Erling Haaland has reportedly turned to Martin Odegaard for advice as he is choosing which club to join in the summer. The striker, the striker plays with the Arsenal star on the Norwegian national team, and it appears that he's tipped to get some experience from him in regards to how he's doing this transfer stuff. And it even says, as well as playing for Arsenal, Odegaard has spent time in Spain for Real Madrid and Real Sociedad. So whilst he currently plays for the Gunners, reports are also that we could be linked to Luka Jovic. And
I like Jovic as a backup
we're
striker.
We're gonna get into some of the other topics, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around today. That is enough with the Haaland stuff. I really don't think Haaland's coming to Arsenal, but as you've seen, our AFC presser tweeted out, if you have a hierarchy, management, facilities, and he doesn't care about club stature and all that. He just cares about the project. The project is very
like I said to you, it's all about just having the conversation. That's all it is. Nothing's impossible, man.
But levels, Haaland wants to win trophies now, the big ones: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, City, and Bayern. You want to know something? Liverpool are not actually knocking on that door.
I don't think they have their financial situation. They run it. The FSG run it completely different to other football clubs.
Yeah,
I think Jota and what's his name, Diaz, are their gaps for like goals. They don't need that one massive guy up front.
Yo, nkunku.
Someone said nkunku earlier.
Talk to me about nkunku. This is the guy. If we get a striker and a versatile winger, this is the guy you should get. But we're not linked to him. That's the problem.
I see him going to like a Bayern Munich, to be honest, man.
You know what his numbers are this year? Like, he is put up ridiculous numbers this year. He has 15 goals.
He's a fantastic player. Yeah, fantastic player. Yeah.
Christopher Nkunku, absolutely one of the best players out there in the Bundesliga. And obviously, people would say Bundesliga tax and everything, but I feel like with a player like him, you take the risk. You don't care about the adjustment period. You take the risk. You bring him in as long as you have an idea where you're going to play him and how you're going to utilize the player. You don't just bring in anybody, obviously. You need to have some sort of a plan for the player. But if you do have a plan and you know what you're going to do with the guy, you bring him in and you say, bun everything else. You just bring him in as soon as possible, because Christopher Nkunku is an absolute stud.
It's the same speech you should have used for Haaland.
I don't think Haaland. Yeah, you know what? I just got my blinkers on. Whenever I hear Haaland, I just think, you know what?
It's not about blinkers, bro. Like, look, I'm one of the most like pessimistic, like real people ever. Like, I don't believe anything till they're holding up a jersey. Like I said that to you with Dusan and stuff. Like, I don't believe it till I see it. But at a minimum, have the conversation. We're not a nobody. We're Arsenal Football Club. We've had the best in the world play for us. So
yeah,
anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. If you know who I'm talking about, Kevin Garnett. Okay, guys, talking about the next thing. What's the stupid term I hear from fans? You know what? We don't have enough time.
I love the Bundesliga, man.
We don't have enough time to talk about people saying Bundesliga tax. I personally think it's just an excuse to get for people to get away with their players being not adjusting well. But yeah, let's get into this one here. Wayne Rooney and Patrick Vieira have officially become inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame.
I want that kit, bro. Looks sick.
The Premier League Hall of Fame have had two new inductees in Patrick Vieira and, as we know, Wayne Rooney. These two, let's be honest, bro, they are no scrubs. These two are legends to the game. They're absolute ballers. You have one guy who's Manchester United's leading goal scorer in the club's history.
Oh, he's a fucking freak, bro.
England's leading goal scorer.
I still have nightmares about Rooney.
In today's game, he would be suited perfectly in that false nine position, in my opinion. He has over 491 caps, 208 goals, 103 assists, 5 Premier League trophies, and he even won a Player of the Season in the Premier League. Definitely
Champions
deserves
League and everything like that as well, yeah.
And then you got Patrick Vieira, who is my favorite, one of my favorite Arsenal players. The reason why I support Arsenal today, Patrick Vieira, and he has 307 caps, 31 goals, 34 assists. He has 3 Premier League titles, Invincible trophy, and he has 1 player of the season also in the Premier League. So 2 guys who are well deserving of this tag. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Those 2 guys definitely deserve it. But you know what I find the funniest thing is? 4 Manchester United players are in, 3 Arsenal players are in, only 1 Chelsea, only 1 Liverpool. It just goes to show you, like, the Premier League era was highly dominated at the beginning by Arsenal and Manchester United. And it just goes to show you where we are right now. Like,
we've been a sinking ship for 15 plus years, man. So it's about time we, came back to life. Every dog has its day, Liverpool were in the mud for 20, 30 years. Yes, they did win, granted, a couple of Champions Leagues along the way. But they were in the mud for a lot of that. So look, our time will come. And hopefully it's soon, because we deserve it as fans, because, mate, we've been fucking hurting. I've been hurting, bro. Waking up all hours of the morning every 3 days, 2 days, like, it's crazy.
Yo, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. There's just so much stuff going around.
But yeah, with those guys in Hall of Fame, they 100% deserve it. Both amazing players. Rooney still gives me nightmares, and I love rewatching his goals, man. He's a sensational player.
Yeah, man says Vieira is a legend. Of course, Vieira is a legend.
Yeah, Vieira, there's no question. Best midfielder to ever grace the Premier
League. Guys, do me a favor. Continue to hit the like button. The next topic is a topic where we will not like this topic. Guess who's linked away from Arsenal today?
Bro, they link this all the time.
Gabriel Martinelli is linked to Liverpool today.
I'm sick of this link. He's never leaving.
So you want to know who it came from? It actually the story came from a former Liverpool player has urged Liverpool to go buy. David James has urged Liverpool to go buy Gabriel Martinelli. So yes, David James,
a keeper.
Who the hell is David James? I don't even know who David James is.
David James, the goalkeeper for America? I didn't think he played for Liverpool.
I don't know who he is, but apparently he's urging Liverpool to go sign Gabriel Martinelli. Liverpool are urged to sign Gabriel Martinelli ahead of Rafinha. Like as if we're just... What? Also, another story.
I'll bet my house on
Gabriel Martinelli would be even a better player at Liverpool than he is at Arsenal right now.
Yeah, that's fair to say, because they have a better team. Yeah, I do think that's right.
He fit seamlessly in the role. What are they saying? The Mane role.
I do think so. Yeah, I think that statement's right. He would fit better in their system, because that's an established system that's been working like a unit for like 5-6 years under Klopp. We've been playing good for 15 games. You know what I mean? So it's a complete different kettle of fish. But you know me, Martinelli is my favorite player at Arsenal. So. But I don't think he's going anywhere, man. You can just see that he loves his football club, man. You can just see that he loves it. Even when he first came here, he said that he wanted to stay here his whole career. If Arsenal offer him a contract and always keep him here, I can't see him leaving.
We got Liverpool people in the chat. We got a lot of people in the chat. But guys,
Liverpool people always want
people are saying Martinelli has a 5-year contract. Definitely, he does. Klopp's favorite. Martinelli is not going nowhere. Says my guy here. You got Egal. Martinelli wants Champions League titles, just like Ox.
He's getting Champions League. 8 more games.
There you go. Liverpool creates so many chances. Definitely,
they do, John. They do
create a lot of chances.
Yeah,
and he would strive in that system. But I don't think, realistically, Liverpool fans need to calm down. You can buy players from teams like Leeds, but you're not going to be able to buy a player like Martinelli from Arsenal at this moment in time under a 5-year contract. The reason why
100 mil plus.
Yeah, the reason why Oxlade-Chamberlain left is because he literally had nothing left on his contract. And we sold them, and it was a good deal for Arsenal.
It was like 35 mil or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, and also when they won the Champions League, we got an extra 5 mil on top, so it almost came out to like a 40.
That was a good deal. Ox had a lot of injuries, and he's still proven that he's not a starter in Liverpool. I think it was a great bit of business. I did like Ox, but there was never really a place. He wasn't a mid. He wasn't a winger. He wanted to be. I liked Ox, but yeah, it just didn't work out.
I honestly. Guys in the comment section, how much money do you think it would cost for Arsenal to sell Martinelli? Because I don't think we would sell him for less than 80 to 90 mil.
100. Hey, Jack Grealish is 100 mil, then Martinelli is the exact same.
You think Martinelli's worth 100 mil?
Easy.
Ooh.
He's 20 years old, bro.
Ooh. Here, we got Mr. Bungle agreeing with you, saying 100 mil, not a penny less.
Bungle, you are a genius, son. Cello, 100 mil. Noah, 100 mil. Hey, boys, you're in sync, and I love it. I love Ashton, 100 mil. Herbie, 100 mil. Love it, boys. Keep
There you go. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get 100 mil for Gabriel Martinelli, would you take it?
No way, man.
You're turning it down
right now. If you tell me for 100 mil, who are you gonna find like better really than him right now? That you know is gonna come in and work. Right now, you know he comes in and it just works with our football club. The work rate, passion, goals, assists. Like imagine when we actually have a striker up there that can work with him and help him. And we have a better midfielder to support him as well instead of Xhaka. Bro, this kid's gonna be elite, man.
I think
I can see it, bro. Just
I think he's gonna be
a freak.
He's gonna be an absolute monster. But yo, guys, keep hitting those like buttons, guys. Keep hitting
with
those
that question in mind. Next year for me, Martinelli gets a new number. Chat, which number do you think Martinelli gets?
He currently has the 11. No, I would give him the 11.
Would you give him 11 or 14?
I'll give him.
Or would
11.
you say 14?
I'll give him 11. I'll say 14 for something.
You're gonna say 14. Yeah, that's what I wonder. I wonder if people would give him the winger number like an 11, or we give him 14. I just feel like 14 is such a prestigious.
Someone here saying 14. Some saying.
Yeah,
11.
I'm a bit tossing and turning because like I see the potential in the 14. Can you imagine him like living up to that legacy? Like,
yo,
either way.
Notification just came up on my phone. Cristiano Ronaldo scored his 100th something, and Cristiano Ronaldo is his idol. So I'm just saying, if you want to give him that winger number, he would fit in perfectly. I don't think he's a striker at this moment in time yet. He still needs to develop a little bit more. He wants to take the number. He's taking it. There you go.
I know 14 is a big. John's saying 14 is a big number, and for me, it's a huge number. Obviously, to me, it means a lot. To me, that number was, and it still pisses me off to this day. Why we gave it to Theo Walcott? I never.
Bro, don't disrespect Theo Walcott. I love.
No. To me, he was. Look, he did all right for Arsenal, but he was never, 14. Like it really frustrated me when he got that number. It just took something away from me. Like
Theo Walcott was better than Jadon Sancho.
Well, Theo Walcott had time, bro. He was at Arsenal for 9 years. Sancho's been here for 6 months.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Walcott, you know how many bad seasons he had? He did fantastic sometimes, but
he had some highs, and we took him for granted. But let's move on. Ian Wright said Arsenal have made a big mistake, and Tammy Abraham would have been the perfect striker in our current system. He's absolutely killing it over there at Rome, and they're saying we messed up. We should have. What's the time, by the way? Just so I can make a timestamp.
37:45.
Okay, 37:45. Basically, Ian Wright said he claims that Tammy Abraham in this Arsenal system with Mikel Arteta would have turned into the same monster and beast that he is over there at Rome, and this might have been an opportunity missed. What do you think? Is this an opportunity missed?
Bro, like the more when it first came to light in the transfer window, I was against Tammy, okay? Because obviously he wasn't getting much time, and he was good. I never said he wasn't a good player. He scored against us a few times as well. So I thought he was a good player. Watching him play for Roma every week, man, the guy is fucking good, man. And I can't remember who was saying it in the transfer window. Chris Hudson or someone like that just kept saying it all the time, just like get Tammy Abraham. And fuck, he was right, man. I think that would have been a good signing. Hindsight's a great thing, but would have Chelsea sold him to us? That's a different question.
Not without a buyback.
Well, they did a buyback. He's doing well so far, but could he have kept that standard in the Premier League?
15 goals, 3 assists in the league. I'm not going to lie to you.
But also, Lukaku got 30 in the Serie A, and he's come here and got 2 or something. So, look, I think he's a good talent, and I would have liked to have seen what he could have done. But at the time of that happening, I think it was a very big risk for the money that they were talking about. So I sort of stand by it, but I can see why the hype's there.
Yeah. I personally think Tammy Abraham, did we make a mistake? Yes or no? People in the chat, let me know. Did Arsenal make a mistake not going in harder for Tammy Abraham and trying to secure the deal? I still wholeheartedly say no. I think it was the right decision to not let Chelsea get a buyback clause, not let them bend you over and do what they wanted to do. 40 million, take it or leave it. That's what Arsenal were willing to pay. And you know what? Chelsea were not willing to accept just cash. They wanted more.
Yeah, we did put an offer on the table, didn't we?
We put 40 million on the table. They turned it down.
Oh, there you go. For 40 million, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but they're wanting stupid money at the time. So
yeah. So once we're offering you 40 million, you're turning it down. It's like, come on.
I can understand. We're rivals, man. So it makes sense.
100%. I got another story for you. There is a certain somebody we are linked to today, and I don't know if you're gonna be interested in this kind of player, because I feel like Martinelli can do what he does. Richarlison has been linked to Arsenal today.
Bro, get this transfer rumor off this screen right now.
Would you take?
I know people like him, bro. I hate this guy.
Yeah,
he is so shit. He's so overrated.
Really?
I think he's just overrated, man. I'm a big no on this one.
Big no.
Like, I can't believe that when Barcelona offered Everton 80 million a couple of years ago, they rejected it. That was the biggest shock to me ever, because I just thought this guy is just horrendous. I don't know what they're paying for. Has he ever scored more than 15 goals? I don't think that he has. He's no better than Lacazette without the hold up play. He's so bad. He's a main reason why Everton are going under. Shit. Can't score a goal, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
We keep it moving. People in the chat probably agree. Richarlison, you see no, LOL, no, like DCL. He's shit. Yes, he's got 15 the first season with Watford. What? Okay.
Yeah, that was Watford. What was that? Championship, though.
Okay. The next one is gonna divide opinion. Paul Labil Pogba, an Arsenal fan himself, has been linked to a move.
Has he ever actually come out and probably said that?
Yes, he has. Do you want me to give you the evidence?
Yeah, I've never seen him in a kit or nothing ever. I know people say it, but I've never seen the proof.
And I was quite a fan of Arsenal. Thierry Henry. I was watching him.
There you go. Does that make you? Does that give you enough proof? He literally said it. Okay.
Yeah, you said he's a fan of it.
So Paul Pogba was quite a fan of Arsenal, Thierry Henry, and everybody else, and now he's linked to Newcastle, Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. It seems like every team in the Premier League he's linked to. But would you take him at Arsenal? Would you take Paul Pogba? Would you sign Paul Pogba in 2022? Paul Pogba at Arsenal.
He's the most overrated player. Probably top 5 most overrated.
Forget about that. Could Arteta get the best out of Paul Pogba?
It doesn't matter, man. No one can get the best out of him. He's shit. You can't decide to turn up when you want to turn up. That's just not how football is. So, big no. Wages too high. I think personality-wise, he's not going to fit in with, the egos and stuff like that. Wage too expensive. Yeah, just stay away. I think he's just toxic. Let him go to Madrid or PSG or PSG don't even want him. They already have banners saying they don't want him. So let him go to Madrid. That's all. This is pretty much the only place he can go, unless he goes back to Juve on a free.
No, but you know what people are saying? People are saying, imagine Pogba, Partey, and Odegaard.
Yeah, but Pogba doesn't show up half the game, so I don't want that. It's like, why would I have a worse version of Xhaka? It's like having 2 in the midfield then, instead of 3.
Do you think Pogba is a worse version of Xhaka?
I'm just saying he doesn't show up. That's all I'm saying. Because he doesn't show up. He shows up. Okay, someone tell me now 5 fantastic Pogba games. Look at the start of this season. Prime example.
Bro,
I remember first couple of games, 7 assists. He's going to break the record. He's probably on 8 now. He's fucking shit, bro. He's overrated, bro. Hey, Cello's got it right. He's a luxury player. It's like having Ozil in your team. It's a luxury player. It's just, big no. Well, what would you take him?
What?
Would you take him? Why wouldn't you take him, though?
I wouldn't take him because of the wages. And
Is that the only reason? Not because of performances?
I like the player. I think it would someone could get the best out of him. And I think if he would have moved to Arsenal instead of Manchester United, his reputation would have been a lot better because the way we play, it would be more suited to him. Him playing there, he is absolutely being
I can agree the style of football is better suited to us, more fluid.
Yeah.
But I just think like you have to turn up as a footballer.
Imagine Pogba in the Xhaka role. He could do decent.
I just think he's overrated, bro. You know, people put the label world class. For me, world class is someone that turns up week in, week out, like a Lewandowski. Like even a Kante. No one comes in and says Kante is a bad game. He does his job and what he has to do, and that's what makes him that exceptional talent in his role. So same with like a Ronaldo when he was at his peak, or Messi, or whatever it is. So you can't label someone like a world class when they show up 30% of the time, and that doesn't, like Ozil for me was never world class. Yes, you had talent, but you never used your talent to better the team. It just nah. Big no for me.
So yeah. So for you to know, I hear you. I get where you're coming from.
It's mainly just like he just doesn't show up. And you don't want someone. You want to be able to rely on a team. We've had over the years many players that we knew were great, Ozil, but he didn't show up. I don't want to go to away games and then think this guy's not going to show up. I'm not playing with 10 men. Like, so yeah, I think we just stay away. I think it's just going to be a rumor, but I think only realistically Madrid, Juve, and PSG. But you know, Juve's an old reunion, and Real Madrid, he said he always wanted to go, so probably there.
There's a couple things that I wanted to touch on. First things first. I was gonna go on the Luka Jovic thing. I feel like we've covered the Bukayo Saka contract situation so much, but we're just gonna mention it quickly, and the fact that he might not play for England today. But Charlie Patino has been chosen as one of the. This guy's waffling. I don't know who you're waffling about. Are you talking about me or are you talking about Dylan?
Who? Which one?
6 times. He
6
said
times. This guy's
Liverpool.
waffling. Hey, he's talking about me. That's right, 6 times.
Liverpool fan, clearly. Okay, let's go to Charlie Patino. As you guys can see, Charlie Patino has been chosen as the next generation pick number 28 for 2022. Charlie Patino. It's kind of weird when they put 3 pictures of the same person. But yeah, Charlie Patino. What are we saying? I'm thinking Charlie Patino could be in the first team next year, like full time.
Yeah. I think he's going to be in that the 25-man squad for sure. Yeah, I think he'll be in the 25-man squad. And it's what Arsenal do every year. We promote a couple of youth players up. You know, this year we did Okonkwo in goals. Who else did we do this year? I think Balogun obviously got officially 25-man. Obviously, it went out alone. Different story there. You might look at maybe even John Jules potentially coming in. You know, we got Aziz as well. Man, we've got some brilliant players in our youth system. You know, we got Rekic still there. There's so many players that we can bring up. But for me, yeah, Charlie 100% gets in. I think Charlie was on the bench last week as well, wasn't he?
Something like that, bro.
Yeah, so against Villa, I think he was on the bench.
Had some center back on the bench that I've never heard of.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of guys. I think Arteta brings them for that experience, which I do like as well. I think as a young kid, if you get called up to the imagine seeing your name getting called up, or like number 68, whatever, and dude, it'd be unreal feeling just for that experience to go with the team and stuff. So, yeah, I think Patino will be a part of the squad for sure.
Okay, moving on. Let's just talk about it. If you guys don't know, on the screen is Luka Jovic. Absolutely killed it in the Bundesliga. Came to Real Madrid, flopped. Went back to the Bundesliga, scored a bunch of goals. Came back to Real Madrid, can't get a game time. Now, why are we going for him? Why?
I like you, Rich.
Why are we going for a guy who multiple times flopped? Been given chances, flopped. Been
Also
given
multiple times succeeded.
Flopped. Benzema's injured right now, and he's still not getting game time. I'm just saying, personally, there's too many red flags. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. I don't think Luka Jovic makes any sense for us at this moment in time. What are you saying?
I think I've said this to you before. I think for a reasonable price as a second striker, I would do it. I don't see anything wrong. You know, he does have a history of not working around Madrid, but so do hundreds of other players that have succeeded elsewhere. So I don't think that's a scale to hold off. I think in the Bundesliga he's done exceptionally well, especially those breakout seasons. Even when he came back to Frankfurt or whatever, he was scoring more goals again. I think just the type of system, whether that'll work for us or not, is a different story. But if you can pick up a Jovic for 15 mil as a second striker, 20 mil, I think why not, man? He's got experience there under his belt. He's still young, adapting, and maybe under the right management and system, he can perform. And, off Arsenal's bench, if he can get 10 plus goals, he's doing better than what our strikers starting right now are doing. None of our guys have 10 plus goals. So, yeah, look, it's just, I think for a cheap price, I think it's worth a risk. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, I definitely think it's not worth the risk. I think at this moment in time we should just stay clear. Personally, I would rather us go for. I'd rather us just stay away.
Look, I'd rather us go for other players as well. I'm just saying if it's an option and that's all we got, I'm saying like 15, 20 mil. Let's just use him as the rotation striker. Cup games and maybe I don't know, just whatever, like cup game rotation or whatever off the bench maybe. For like 15 mil. It's just a spare. But obviously, there's definitely a lot more people that I would pick above him for sure.
There you go. Yo, somebody asked me to be a mod. Who was it again? It was Troy. Where's Troy at? I can't see his comment. Big up, Troy. Just don't block people, guys. Just put them on mute, okay? Hit the like button also, guys. Hit the like button also, guys. We're not done. We still got a couple more things to go through. Final couple ones. Bukayo Saka picked up an injury or something, and he will not be starting. He will not be playing for England today. Is it today or tomorrow? I think it's today. So Bukayo Saka will not be
tomorrow
featuring.
For me, yeah.
Bukayo Saka will not be featuring today's England game. What do you say?
To be honest, I'm a little bit happy. I want these guys to get rest, man. They're playing week in and week out for us. Isn't Ramsdale injured as well or something?
Yes.
Oh, Ramsdale, yeah. Well, he is. Yeah, he's still injured. Yeah.
Ramsdale came back from England duty, and they put Fraser Foster. Like I don't.
Yeah, because they had to drop Sam Johnston as well. I think he's out as well with injury.
I don't get these guys, man. Why are they putting old geezers that are never gonna have nothing to do with the future? Just put in one of those guys like the youngsters, like somebody who's actually might get a chance to play in England in the future.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, just put him in the system. Yeah, just give him a chance.
Yeah.
Look, hopefully Bukayo isn't. It's not a serious injury, but look, I think if he doesn't play for these 2 weeks or whatever, I'm not an English fan, but I'm happy because he's gonna rest. So I'm happy for him to rest and come back strong because we need him for Palace. So yeah, I'm all good with it as long as it's just a little niggle and they're being safe. So.
No, facts. If he's not playing, it's better for us. It's better for us, realistically. It's much better for us. I really don't.
Yeah, I think so.
I really don't care. Anyways, guys, almost done. Final thing to talk about. Guess who has the most players on? Guess who has the most valuable amount of players on loan at this moment in time in the Premier League?
Oh yeah, I saw you post this. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I think he tweeted it literally like just before the stream or something. Yeah, I saw it. I think us with like 120 mil or something like that.
I am so shocked, bro. Chelsea, Manchester City have like 40 something players on loan.
And but we've got like 5 big players. So we got
Man City have 40 players on loan and it's only worth 5 million.
But how do they calculate these figures? Because like what's Lucas Torreira valued at?
Lucas Torreira is valued at like 10 or 15 million. So
okay, then you got Guendouzi in the French team, Saliba in the French team.
If you guys don't know, this is my Twitter account, right? And Arsenal have 110 million worth of talent loaned out this season. That is the most in the Premier League. I love to see it. We're using the loan system properly. Chelsea, who use the loan system a lot, also currently only have 104 million. Understand that Martial's on loan, and you got these guys, big names for Tottenham.
Yeah, and Dembele. Well, who's that dude that looks like he's off The Big Bang Theory? He's on loan.
Yeah,
probably just used his sale price.
All these guys have so many players on loan, but Arsenal have little old Guendouzi, Saliba, Torreira, a bunch of these guys.
Reece Nelson.
Hector Bellerin, Reece Nelson,
yeah.
and somehow it is worth more than everybody else. It could be that the value of a Saliba and stuff has gone up, and
Well,
these guys,
Saliba and Guendouzi are in the French French national team, so they would have gone up. Saliba's price would have gone up for sure.
yeah. So that is definitely one of the factors. But hey, I think this is pretty cool.
It
The
is
fact
good.
that Arsenal is using the loan system properly for once, and that we're actually at the top of these lists for once. Usually we're at the bottom of these lists. So I'm quite happy with this. I find it. I would look at this as somewhat of an achievement, right? My guy's telling me to go to sleep. He knows I've worked the night shift. But yeah, I think that's a good thing. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Anything else today, man? Oh yeah, there's this one guy we've been linked to. We've been linked to some weird, some guy I never heard of. You know when we're linked to people you never heard of, and it's just like
It's usually a lot because we get all the clicks online.
We're linked to so many guys that I never hear about. But then there's this one guy that we're linked to today. What's his name? It's like as Lengles or something like that. How do you pronounce it?
Langley, you mean the centre back
No,
for Barcelona?
Iglesias, like Enrique Iglesias, but
Don't know
literally,
what you're talking about.
his name is Iglesias. Literally, like same spelling as Enrique Iglesias, the singer. It's the weirdest thing ever. I never heard of any footballer named Iglesias.
Never heard of it.
I literally have to put footballer next to his name. Okay, yeah, found it. So he is 29-year-old forward. This is bullshit. This has to be bullshit. Like,
yeah, 29-year-old forward that has no high level achievements. Then yeah,
he plays for Espanyol. Today he's linked to Manchester City, and this is ridiculous. Some of these links make no sense. Look at this, guys. Does this make any sense to you? Why are we linked to this guy? Never heard of him in my life. 29-year-old striker who has 8 goals in La Liga this season. What? Why are we linked to this guy?
That makes no freaking sense. Maybe it's the wrong Broja.
He's worth 10 million. And as you can see, the rumor has it Arsenal's linked to him. I don't know. Could it be this one? Could it be Bruno? I don't know.
Maybe Bruno Iglesias, the new Kaka. Maybe that one makes more sense.
God knows. All I know is I seen Iglesias and Arsenal, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Iglesias, Arsenal. Yeah, it is Bruno. It is Bruno Iglesias.
So it is the Real Madrid kid. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Bruno Iglesias.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So we're linked to Bruno Iglesias, who is an 18-year-old wonder kid from Real Madrid. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So here's his story. Yo, this is sick. Check this out. I never heard of this guy until today, but this is the kid we're linked to, Real Madrid kid, 18 years old, right? Both Barcelona and Man City were after him in 2015. He's made the top 20 list for Wonder Kids this year. He plays for the under 17 side. Nothing really. It's just saying a lot of people are linked to him. It doesn't really give me any more information on the player. No, that's it. Nothing really. So there you go. I don't really know too much about the guy.
You have to find some clips on him.
Do you want to even know what position he plays? Because
well, it said like Kaka, so I'm going to presume the same position as Kaka.
He's a attacking midfielder, I think. Yeah. Attacking midfielder. God,
man,
knows.
what a talent Kaka was. He was one of my favorite players.
Kaka.
Yeah. AC Milan days. He was unbelievable.
This kid is 18 years old, man. They don't give me any profile information, nothing.
You'll have to research it.
He plays attacking midfielder. He plays the same positions as Emil Smith-Rowe, basically. You know what I mean? So he's like another Emil Smith-Rowe, basically. But yeah, that's it for today. That's all.
Arsenal must sign Cavani in the summer. Mohammed, come on, bro. Come on.
Who said that? Yo, if you don't know Darwin Nunez, Egal, these statistics lie. No, not Cavani. You know what? Let's not get Cavani. Let's get Cavani 2.0. Darwin Nunez. How about that? Bringing it back, bringing it full circle back to Darwin Nunez. Yo, so what are you saying, Darwin Nunez?
Yeah, yes. I told you, yeah, for that price, for sure. Yeah, I think it's worth a risk. 35 mil if you can get him for. I know they say 40, but if you can negotiate 35 or 30 plus add-ons, why not?
Would you take Llorente from Atletico as a center mid? The guy who scored the hat-trick versus Liverpool in the Champions League.
Llorente is a good centre midfielder.
I've never seen him do anything since that game.
He's a good centre midfielder. Better than Xhaka. It depends on the price.
Would you take Jesus and Felix?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I think I said that before. If you get two strikers, it'd be like Felix and then maybe a Jesus as a backup. But like Jesus is young. Surely, like he now being the second or not starting, he'd want to go somewhere and be the permanent starter. So
Liverpool are doing the quad. Do you believe that could happen?
I do. Yeah.
You think
if you're still in every competition, it is 100% possible. And if Liverpool do it, they will be the greatest team of all time.
Okay. Darwin, statement here. Darwin will be a statement signing. Do you agree?
I wouldn't say a statement. It'd be a good signing. It's not a statement, though. A statement would be Haaland. That's a statement. Mbappe is a state. You know what I mean? Like the upper echelon. But yeah, it'd be a good signing for sure.
Egal, do you watch La Liga? I do not watch La Liga, but I watch the Champions League, and I see him perform in the Champions League, and it's not as up to scratch as I think he is. But hey, of course, you're a Liverpool fan, so you've seen him over two legs do very well against your team. Why can't we go all out for Nkunku? We spoke about Nkunku earlier in the video, if you remember.
Whose role does he fill, though? Who do you take out of our starting lineup for him?
I think Nkunku would have to be a situation where he just plays everywhere. He literally plays all over the place. He's so versatile.
Yeah, but who do you take out for him? That's when I think of a purchase, I think whose spot are you taking? So for me, when I think of a transfer, I think Xhaka, gone whenever I find a midfielder. Lacazette, gone when I find a striker. So those are two easy fills. Now, if you come to me with a wing or an attacking midfielder, that's a whole different question, because the way Martin's playing now, you ain't taking him out. Saka, we know, is the best in our team. He ain't coming out. And Martinelli is such a raw talent, you can't really take him out now. So, and you got Emil on the bench, who's our highest goal scorer. So, yeah, I think Nkunku is just done.
I don't think this would ever happen. Pepe for 40 mil plus 40 mil for Bellingham. First of all, Bellingham is overhyped.
I actually agree with you. I agree with you.
Bellingham is a little bit overhyped. This whole English thing, playing in the Bundesliga, guys, calm down. Bellingham's overhyped. Declan Rice, bro. Have you seen the price that West Ham put him on?
What? I think it was like 150 or something.
They said 150, or else Declan Rice is not going nowhere.
Let him go nowhere. He's not. They're not getting that money. No way, bro.
He's crazy. Not worth that. That's Zaha 2.0. Hey, guys, let me know. Is Declan Rice worth 150 mil?
No. Like, look, if there's English tax as a midfielder, I can understand maybe 90 mil, 100 if you're pushing it. If it's like a release clause sort of thing, like Grealish. Do I think he's worth that? No way. But English and young, they get that tax. But 150, bro, they're not going to sell him, bro. And I think West Ham are very stupid if they don't take big money for him, because I think it'll do with what happened to Palace. If you don't take that big money, like, you can literally rebuild a whole team with that funding. So,
yeah. Do me a favor, guys. Everyone in the chat right now, hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free.
Yeah, I'm in 80 mil max.
Yep. If you're on Twitter, big up to all you guys. Hit that like button. Tell me how the people on TikTok, we're already on 1,600 likes, but on YouTube, I can't even get 15 likes. Like, what's going on, people? Obviously, I have 32. Now it's up to 48. Come on, guys. You can at least get it to 70. We can do this. 50. Woo! We're moving.
Lewis
Just to let you know, we did a poll. 80% said yes to Darwin Nunez. 80%, bro. That's really good percentage saying yes.
Like I said, I would take him. If it fits the mold, striker. But I don't want him on the wing. That's the thing. Like, I want a guy that's down the middle. So I want that out and out striker, or someone that can play that position and score a goal. Because
my YouTube channel is called EGTV. We're live right now. Big up to the people watching on TikTok. If you want to come join us on my YouTube channel, it's called EGTV. The link is on my channel on TikTok. It's on there. And if you guys want to join, check out my TikTok. My TikTok is called Egal Omar, or you can just search EGTV on TikTok and it comes up also, I'm assuming. But yeah, the link is in the description if anyone wants to find out. But yeah, right now we're at 55 likes. Hit up those likes, people. Bro, long story short, let me tell you this, man. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, every time he scores a goal, we're gonna hear Arsenal made a mistake. What do you think about that?
Look, we've had this conversation as well, man. I do think Arsenal made a mistake. In that, I can understand the situation, but like I said, I think, you know, even if there was an issue, I think we should have just kept calm. We obviously clearly know it wasn't an issue with the players because the players love ABBA. So it was obviously a manager. So between you two, sort your shit out, and at least have used ABBA off the bench because we would have seen a couple of goals at least. Eddie ain't bringing anything now. And at the moment, Laka, yes, he brings the work rate and the link-up play and stuff, but at the end of the day, you're a striker. You need to score. We don't have strikers that can score. So he was the only guy that could have scored in our team, and we let him go. It is what it is. You know, we move on, but I think if we don't make top 4, I think that's going to be something that's held against, especially for the fact that he's gone over there and lit it up. I think if he flopped over there, I don't think anyone would have questioned that. But he's 10-10 with, I think, 3 assists now or something. So it could be a mistake. I understand why they did it, but yeah, I don't know. Even off the bench, man, I'm sick of seeing Eddie come off the bench.
Okay, guys, I'm going to lower the benchmark. Obviously, we're not going to get past 100 likes on this video, but at least get me past 70. It's absolutely free. Just hit that like button. Every single person who hasn't hit that like button, it's free. Just hit it. We got somebody here in the comment section saying Aubameyang, engineer a move away to get out of his contract. He was trying for us this year. I'm annoyed with him letting the team down. He wasn't trying.
See, I don't actually think that he worked late. I think 100% the guy was off form and he was missing easy chances, but the work rate, it's no dissimilar. You know, Egal, you bring up statistics a few weeks back in a stream where the work rate and the sprints per game, he was nearly identical to Lacazette. So the work rate was there, and you know, but the goals weren't. So, and I think the chances that he was missing was just we were so used to a high caliber of striker, and he just pretty much turned into Eddie Nketiah, really.
Let me show you what we're
talking about. Sakran,
this is what we're talking about.
Let me just say, guys, with the whole thing, his body language was awful. I must say, if you guys are young or you have jobs or whatever, you might love all the people that you work with in your cubicles or whatever you do with work, all your colleagues. But if your boss is on your back and you and your boss don't get along, you're obviously going to hate your job because you and your boss aren't getting along.
Look at this, though. From the moment this season began till the moment he came out of the team, we've been playing a lot better.
No. Bro, I've told you this. You can't pick and choose stats. That's you're framing stats from an area where we did great. Pick stats from when we were doing horrible in a 3-month period or whatever. We've been through 3 months where we didn't win. The whole of January, we didn't even score a goal, bro. Remember in January, we had more red cards than goals. I know we've done great and, we've gotten results since then, but we had more red cards than goals. We had 1 goal. So stats not too much. Look, like I said, last 15 games or whatever, we've done 13. We've been fantastic. We're doing what we need to do. Only lost against 2 teams. Let's just keep it up. And then we don't have to have the ABBA conversation again. We buy a new striker and bring in the new era for Arsenal.
There you go, guys. I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what you guys think about the video after the video is done. Just leave a comment down below. Also, love and respect to every single one of you guys. I'm about to go to sleep because I haven't slept yet. And also, big up to DILON for always coming on, always. The link to his channel is in the description, as always. Also, as you guys can see, the timestamps will be out for anybody watching on the playback. And if you're watching up to this point, love and respect. But we got to leave you guys. We can't be on all day, every day, 24/7. But we'll be back the next time when there's more news to talk about. Have yourselves a wonderful day. And tomorrow, Sam and the boys will all be back for Vibes from the 6th. So the people who love that show, don't forget, that's not going nowhere. Even though it's international break, there's always something to talk about. Anyways, peace out, guys.
Bless, guys.
We got to leave you guys. Let's leave you with the outro because you guys love the outro. On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, but don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on what you think everything is going on. First things first, Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Arsenal have made contact with Darwin Nunez, and Edu has made contact with him. Also, Patrick Vieira has been inducted to the Premier League Hall of Fame. Big up to him. Paul Pogba has been linked to Arsenal today. We're going to get into that. Bukayo Saka's contract talks have increased, and apparently he will be receiving close to 125k or 120k, and I think he's worth every single penny. Also, former Liverpool player has linked Martinelli to Liverpool. Nothing on it. Mikel Arteta's shortlist for strikers. You have Victor Osimhen, who's recently been spoken about a lot, and you have Jovic, who's also been spoken about a lot. Current Real Madrid